Well, welcome into Day 2 of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. My name is Tehl Tanner, keeping you company up at Bob Shelden Field in Brookings, South Dakota, the host site of this year's State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. We've got 4 games in the books, and we are in Day 2. That means for 2 of these 4 games today, they're elimination games. A couple of teams will be going home today. A couple of teams will be moving on. Tomorrow, we've only got 3 games on the schedule. 1, 4, and 7 will be the start times. On Friday, we've only got 2 games. We'll have it narrowed down to 4 teams, a 4 p.m. and a 7 p.m. start. Saturday, we'll be down to only 2. Welcome you into a Wednesday, July 31st game as we get rolling with this one. Going to be between Game 1, our 10 a.m. start, between Sioux Falls East, post 15, which is the 4 seed in this tournament, versus Brandon Valley, post 131. They are the 8 seed coming into this ball game. But man, do we have a fun one for you today, including a pitcher that is going to be starting this game that will be at Notre Dame next year. We've got high-flying baseball here in South Dakota, and I'm excited to be able to bring it to you. With that, let's go ahead and go over the coaching matchup and some of the teams we're going to be looking at and our starting lineups as well. First up, our head coach for Brandon Valley, Jeremy Van Heel. Assistant coaches, Evan Stemkin and Dylan Kirkaby. For Sioux Falls East, post 15, head coach Dan Hughes, assistant coach Kyler Melvin, and Jake Barkema. Before we go over our starting lineups, let's give our bracket review as we go through this by the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton, located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium and the SDSU campus, and a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at the Dakota Bank Center. You can start your day with the free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. All at the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. I know I've been treating myself to the free breakfast there in the mornings. It's been just great. As we get into the bracket review now. Once again, yesterday we had 4 games. We'll take you through them. Starting with the early game, it was Watertown defeating Sioux Falls East, who we're going to see in this game, Sioux Falls East. 4-2 was the final. Watertown goes on to face Harrisburg Gold, who shut out Brandon Valley, the other team we're seeing in this game, won today. 2-0 was the final score there. Renner defeated Yankton in easily the best game of the day, 10-inning marathon. Renner walked it off in the bottom of the 10th, 7-6 over Yankton. And in the final game of the day, Brookings defeated Rapid City post 22 in an upset. It was not the lone upset, but certainly the highest difference in seed. The 7 seed over the 2 seed. Brookings beats Rapid City post 22, 5-2. And then today, our matchups. Once again, the one right now, Sioux Falls East versus Brandon Valley. 1 p.m., we've got Yankton versus Rapid City post 22. Our 4 p.m. game, Watertown versus Harrisburg Gold. And our Game 8, final game tonight, Renner and Brookings. Those will be the matchups today and our bracket review from Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton. With that, let's go ahead and go over our starting lineups here in a moment. But first, we're going to go to our national anthem. And, of course, we're going to turn it over to the PA as we get our Legion motto, and all of the players are going to repeat.
American Legion Code of Sportsmanship, to be followed by the presentation of colors and then our national anthem. And we remind you to please remain standing and honor the colors after the anthem until they have been retired. Now to cite the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship, a member of the South Dakota State American Legion Athletic Commission, Mr. Randy Miller.
Good morning, teams. Welcome back to Day 2. Yesterday we had 4 great games, and we expect nothing less today. Keep playing hard, and remember your sportsmanship. Please repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body.
And now to present the colors, Brookings, Hoffman Townsend American Legion, post number 74.
to see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Kathy Strand and a beautiful rendition of our national anthem.
And here we go. We are ready to play some baseball here in Brookings. Once again, this is KYNTV, your official host of the Senior Class State A Legion Baseball Tournament. All of the games are going to be right here on KYNTV. We covered all of them yesterday. We're going to cover all of them today, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that even. We might even do another day just because we love it. I don't know. There might not be any games on Sunday, but we might make one just so we can call it, just to have some fun. I don't know. We're going to have some fun with this. It's going to be a good day, and we are ready to go over our starting lineups now. It is going to be Sioux Falls East batting first, or batting second here. Brandon Valley batting first. Sioux Falls East going to take the outfield now. Sioux Falls East is the higher seed, and they will be the home team for Game 1 of Day 2, Game 5 of this tournament overall. Let's go ahead and go over the outfield here for Sioux Falls East. First up, out on the mound is Sawyer Mint. We'll go over his stats in a little bit. That is number 2 out there, Sawyer Mint. Behind home plate, that is Braden Olson, starting catcher. Bryson Mitchell will be at first today. Tate Schaefer is your second baseman. Over at third is Dietrich Hahn, best name in the game. Sawyer Folk will be your Sawyer Tolk will be your shortstop today. Out in left field is Dylan Rippentrop. Center field is covered by Ryan Hirsch, and in right field is Colin Lunders. For Brandon Valley, in just a moment we're going to get underway. Your batting order is going to be Chase Leary, Braden Knutson, Aiden Zur will bat third, Rylan Carroll 4, Jackson Adams 5, Brighton Stroh 6, Max Peters 7, Grady Gindorf 8, and Nolan Pudwill 9. Those will be your 9 batters in order for Brandon Valley. Your pitching matchup today, once again, Sawyer Mint out there for Sioux Falls East, and Aiden Zur, who is committed to Notre Dame, will be pitching Game 5 here today. He will be the starting pitcher for Brandon Valley. With that, let's go ahead and give you some stats for the starting pitcher here for Sioux Falls East in Sawyer Tolk. See if I could pull all this up for you. Sawyer Tolk has pitched 43.2 innings. He has started 9 games, played 9 games, 180 batters faced, 663 total pitches. He has 5 wins to 2 losses in his time. He's given up 29 hits and 12 runs throughout the entire season. 12 runs over 8 full games, or 9 full games, and that is it. First pitch of the game is going to be a foul ball off the bat of Chase Leary. Your ERA for Sawyer Tolk, a 1.44. 1.44 for Sawyer Tolk. Very good pitcher out on the mound for Sioux Falls East. So we got an 0-2 count to start things off after a pair of foul balls from Chase Leary. Leary going to put one up in the air, right into the glove of the second baseman now for Sioux Falls East, and that'll be out number 1 to start off this ball game. Second baseman Tate Schaefer makes that catch.
Now batting number 13, shortstop, Brayden Knutson.
Brayden Knutson will now step up to bat. He's got a 370 batting average and a 462 OBP. Chase Leary, by the way, didn't get to say it, but he had a 394 OBP and a 312 batting average. Brayden Knutson now will be the shortstop in the bottom of the inning. We're in the top of the first here, just starting game 1 of day 2, game 5 overall. And this is an elimination game. The winner of this game will move on. Loser goes home. Foul ball, strike 2. It's a 2-2 count here for Brayden Knutson. The winner of this game, game 5, will actually be playing the loser of game 8, which will be the nightcap tonight between Renner and Brookings. The loser of Renner and Brookings will face the winner of this game here today. Another ball, make it a full count with 1 down in the inning. Brayden Knutson batting. Ball, walked him. So Knutson will take first, and Brandon Valley will have 1 on to start. First walk of the ball game, and now Aiden Zur will step up to bat. Notre Dame commit. This is the pitcher. He will be out there on the mound in the bottom of the inning. We'll talk more about his pitching stats in the inning change, but for now, he's out there batting. Takes his first pitch high and inside. Had to duck away from that one after Sawyer Mint delivered. Aiden Zur bats .333 on the season, a .451 on base percentage. The 1-0. Just missed again. 2-0 count now for Zur. 90 total at-bats in the year and a .333 batting average. Lets this one go. Strike 1 looking. 2-1 count with 1 down. Once again, we'll introduce you to our crew here today after this next pitch. We've got a very good crew here for KYNTV. Going to be running all 14 or 15 games. The 2-1 pitch inside, threatening to throw over to first, is the catcher Braden Olson. Doesn't fire. Our crew today, I'm Tehl Tanner, here on the mic for game 1 and 3 today. Brayden Butler will be taking over play-by-play duties next with Yankton, joined as always Bryce Ladwig, who is kind of running everything here, our on-site technical producer. And another walk will give Zur first and second is now covered. And out there in the outfield, who is running that outfield camera that you look over the shoulder of the pitcher, Austin Cottle out there.
Now batting number 5, third baseman.
Also going to have a Barry Hine calling our nightcap game again tonight. Brookings and Renner. That's your crew today for KYNTV. So we got 1 down in the inning. We're in the top of the first. Another threatened throw from Olson. Doesn't end up going over to first. But we do have 2 runners on now. Brayden Knutson and Aiden Zur both taking bags. Knutson leads off as second, Zur off first. Both got there off walks. Sawyer Mint having a little bit of a rough start to the ball game, walking 2 of his first 3 batters. Chase Leary was the leadoff. He did fly out to the second baseman. A little bit of a line drive right into the glove of Tate Schaefer. Another pitch misses. We've got a 2-1 count with 1 down here. This is Rylan Carroll up batting. Carroll has a .323 batting average and a .409 on base percentage and 93 at-bats. Shortstop Sawyer Polk comes over to talk with his pitcher for a moment. We return to action. Mint throws the 2-1. Little grounder to the left, down the left side, and will not stay fair. We got a 2-2 count after the foul. Over on third base for Sioux Falls East once again, Dietrich Hahn. This one's going to be over the head of the shortstop and out into the outfield. We might see our first run of the game. They're going to send the runner off second, throw to the plate, not going to get him in time, and one run will score for Brandon Valley. They take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. So 2 back-to-back walks get a man in scoring position, and Brandon Valley makes him pay. They'll bring him home on an RBI single.
Catcher number 23, Jackson Adams.
Brayden Knutson brought home by Rylan Carroll. And now Jackson Adams, batting 5th in the lineup, will come up with 2 on and 1 down. Runners on first and second now. Zur is now the man threatening to come home. He leads off second. Jackson Adams bats .262 on the year and a .470 on base percentage. The 0-1, make it 0-2, swing and miss. Sawyer Mint trying to shake off that last hit, which ended up being the first hit of the ball game and got our first run in as well. The 0-2 pitch. This one's going to be high towards the left field. The left fielder trying to get underneath it. It's Dylan Rippentrop who brings it into the glove for out number 2. Brought it into the glove and dropped it as he was trying to get it into his throwing hand, but the out does count there. Runners return to the bags, and
Left fielder number 32,
we bring up Bryden Stroh. Bryden Stroh, same situation, but 1 more out on the board. Runners on first and second. Zur in scoring position. 2 down in the inning now. Bryden Stroh, a .221 batting average, .306 OBP. That's 6th in the lineup. 7, 8, 9 on deck. Foul ball. So a 1-1 count with 2 outs to start off the ball game. 1-0 is your score. 1 hit for Brandon Valley. Once again, it was Rylan Carroll with the RBI single, who now stands on first base. Brought home a teammate in Brayden Knutson for the first run of the ball game, as we've got another foul ball off the bat of Stroh. The 1-2 count now with 2 down. Sioux Falls East trying to end this inning without any more damage done, already trailing by 1. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball. Hitting that backstop a little bit, where we've got a mic set up on it today, so we'll be able to hear those backstop hits a little better. The 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be high towards right center field. A couple people getting underneath it. It will be the center fielder who makes the catch, Ryan Hirsch. That'll do it for the inning. 2 left on for Brandon Valley, but 1 does score. RBI single from Rylan Carroll brings home Brayden Knutson, who got to second off back-to-back walks, got in scoring position. 1-0 is your score. We go to the bottom of the first for the Sioux Falls East Bats, back here in 60 seconds on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Bottom of the first we go. It's a 1-0 ball game already. Brandon Valley came out strong in this one after getting shut out last night versus Harrisburg Gold post 45. Harrisburg Gold, the #1 team in this tournament for good reason. They just don't lose. That is just what they do. But shut out last night, and they come out and strike in the top of the first. That's exactly how you want to bounce back. Now Sioux Falls East going to try and do the same thing. They fell yesterday as well in the early game to Watertown. It's been pretty much almost exactly 22, 23 hours since they've actually played any baseball. Had to wait and watch 3 full games, and now they get to play in that early game once again. First pitch for Aiden Zur today. Going to be strike one swinging. Working on Dylan Rippentrop. We'll give you Aiden Zur's stats now. This is the pitcher for Brandon Valley that is committed to Notre Dame. The 0-1 pitch, drilled out towards center field, and the center fielder will bring it into the glove. Nolan Pudwill makes the catch. An F8 in the books for Dylan Rippentrop. Sawyer Tolk will now come up to bat. This is the shortstop. Sioux Falls East. We'll give you Aiden Zur's stats now. He's pitched 41.1 innings, started 8 games, played 8 games, 185 batters faced. He has 3 wins and 5 losses on the resume. Dude throws 90s. He's given up 42 hits and 23 runs in those games, 12 total walks to 53 strikeouts, and a 3.387 ERA. Ball thrown here, a 1-1 count with 1 down. Sawyer Tolk batting. Checked his swing there wisely. Ball 2. Sawyer Tolk bats .347 on the year. Takes strike 2 looking. .485 on base percentage for the second man in the batting order. And got hit there. He's going to take first base. So we'll go over the outfield now for post 131. Once again, it's Aiden Zur on the mound. Your catcher is Jackson Adams. First base covered by Max Peters. Grady Gindorf will be your second baseman. Third covered by Ryland Carroll. So we've got an unofficial flyover apparently as the plane goes overhead. Left field is Brighton Stroh. Center is Nolan Pudwill, and right is Chase Leary. 1 down, 1 on now for East. Check swing ball from Zur. The batting order for Sioux Falls East. Dylan Rippentrop led off, flew out to center. Sawyer Tolk was then hit by a pitch. And now we have Colin Lunders up batting as Tolk will steal second. Sawyer Tolk takes a bag, and now he's in scoring position. Colin Lunders has a chance to bring him home with a 2-0 count. On deck is Sawyer Mint, the pitcher for this game. He'll bat 4th. Tate Schaefer will bat 5th. Bryson Mitchell bats 6th. Ryan Hirsch bats 7th. Dietrich Hahn will bat 8th. And in the 9 hole is Braden Olson. It's your batting order and your outfield for the bottom of the first. Once again, Sioux Falls East is the home team in this ball game. They'll be on the bottom of the card as they are the high seed. This is a 4-8 matchup. An elimination game. Loser of this one goes home. The winner will take on the loser of game 8 today. Little grounder to the pitcher, throw over to first, and 2 outs in the books. Colin Lunders grounds out to the pitcher. That'll bring up Sawyer Mint. The 2 runs that were scored for Sioux Falls East against Harrisburg, Sawyer Mint had one of them. The other was Tate Schaefer, who is in the on-deck circle. Foul ball off the bat for Mint. Start this one off. Sawyer Mint bats .388 on the year. High percentage for Mint. Here's the 0-1. Little grounder to the third baseman. This should be out number 3. Throw over to first, and they make the play. That'll do it. Sioux Falls East does get one on from a hit by pitch. Otherwise, you have a fly out and 2 ground outs in the infield. That'll do for the first inning. 1-0, Brandon Valley leads after 1. We go to the second inning here on KYNTV from Brookings. I'm Tehl Tanner, back in 60 seconds.
12.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
All right, we go to the top of the second. Sawyer Mint on the mound. Max Peters going to be the first batter up. So we'll have our first pitch and then a word from our sponsor. Strike one. Got to thank First Bank and Trust today. They're a proud supporter of the 2024 American Legion State Tournament and wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. At another pitch, ball. Now off a 1-1, we've got a grounder to second, throw over to first. Out number 1 in the books in the second inning. Max Peters grounds out to the second baseman.
Second baseman number 1, Grady Gindorf.
Grady Gindorf now up to bat. Gindorf, first swing. Strike one. Next pitch outside, a 1-1 count here for Mint. Sawyer Mint did walk 2 batters in the first inning. Trying to keep it under control here in the second. All flyouts were the outs in the first inning for Brandon Valley. Had 3 balls in the air, all caught by the defense. 2-2 count now with 1 out. The 2-2. High fly ball in the infield. The first and second baseman both tracking it. The second baseman brings it into the glove. Out number 2. That was a high fly ball. The runner had already touched the bag at first by the time that was in the glove. Second baseman Tate Schaefer brings that one in. So Schaefer makes the out in a grounder on out number 1, catches it in a fly in out number 2. And now with 2 down and nobody on, we bring up Nolan Pudwell, who is the 9-hole batter, and we've already got a grounder to the third. Throw was a little off target, but the first baseman made the adjustment, and the out is made. 1-2-3 goes Brandon Valley, and we go to the bottom of the second. I'm Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
So Brandon Valley leads after 1.5, but here come the bats for Sioux Falls East. Tate Schaefer, who scored one of the 2 runs for Sioux Falls East yesterday, now batting, takes strike 1 on the first pitch from Aiden Zur. Zur, a guy who throws 90+, was in a pretty good interview in the last couple weeks where he was kind of quoted saying that's not his main thing. The velocity on those pitches didn't come till a little later. He really learned to have those changeup pitches and the breaking balls, so he's got a full arsenal. One drill down the left field line, going to throw over to first. A great play by the third baseman for Brandon Valley, and that'll be out number 1. Rylan Carroll made that diving snag over on the fast corner and fires on target to first base. Third base, one of the more difficult positions to play in the game of baseball. That fast corner, those dives down that left field line is just impressive when they're able to get those in. Another little shot down the left field line. This one a little slower and on target again. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back outs brought in by the third baseman in Rylan Carroll.
Center fielder number 5, Ryan Hirsch.
Now Ryan Hirsch will come up to bat all of a sudden with 2 down in the inning. Sioux Falls East threatening to go 1-2-3 as well, but not this time. Gonna have a base hit. Bounced right in front of second base and out into center field, and that'll be a single for Ryan Hirsch. In 3 pitches, we've had 3 times a bat is connected with the ball, 2 of them outs, and now we finally get a hit.
Third baseman number 6, Dietrich Hahn.
And now Dietrich Hahn will step up to bat. Dietrich Hahn, third baseman in his own right, that's .373 on the season, batting in the 8th spot of the lineup. Braden Olson is on deck, and then we return to the top of the order. There are 2 outs on the board, however. Strike 2 delivered. Just caught the inside corner. Did Zur. Hahn now down in the count, 0-2 with 2 down, but he does have a runner on. Throw over to first base. Trying to take that runner, not going to get him. Hahn and Zur reset. Throw over to first again. Hirsch is ready for it. Now comes the mental game. The 0-2 pitch. Got him. Punch out. That'll do for the second inning of play. Brought to you by Brookings Auto Mall. Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. They'll take anything in on trade and will buy out your lease or loan without penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clear your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of their record inventory. Always open. BrookingsAutoMall.com. 1-0. Brandon Valley leads after 2. Back at 60.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Let's go to the third inning here on KYNT. My name's Tehl Tanner. Game 5 of the state Class A senior baseball tournament of the American Legion. First pitch, ball to start off this third inning. And we are back at the top of the batting order for Brandon Valley. Next pitch inside, ball 2. Sawyer Mint still on the mound here for Sioux Falls East, and he's facing Chase Leary, who put that grounder into the glove, or line drive. I don't actually think it touched the ground, but it was about eye level right into the glove of the second baseman to get out in his first trip to the plate. Now here he's up in the count 3-0. 4 pitches and a walk. Leary will take first base.
The shortstop, number 13, Brayden Butler-Camera.
That is the third walk of this ball game for Sawyer Mint. Showing bunt here was Brandon Valley. Brayden Knudsen could not keep it in play. So an 0-1 count here, with Leary leading off of first. Once again, this is a 1-0 ball game. Brandon Valley came out of the gate strong. We're able to have back-to-back walks in that first inning. Got a man in scoring position, drove him home off a little single. That is the only run of the ball game thus far. Both teams have 1 hit on the books. Showing bunt again, now throw over to first. Not in time. 0-2 count, can't pick off the runner. The winner of this game, by the way, will be playing tomorrow in Game 10 at 4 p.m. It'll be Game 2 tomorrow. Throw over to second as the runner tries to steal. Throw was off target. And a stolen base. Chase Leary is in scoring position. One-two count now. In the at-bat for Brayden Knudsen, who was walked himself and then scored that run in the first inning. The RBI single from Rylan Carroll, who's currently in the hole. Aiden Zur in the on-deck circle. 2-2 count with no outs. Runner on second. Swing and miss, strike 3, dropped by the catcher, throw over to first. Got him out. So the strikeout and then the throw out, and we get a 1 out on the board. 1-0 is the score of the ball game, and 1 runner on for Brandon Valley. Zur. Foul ball. Zur was walked himself in that first inning, was eventually left on base. Has Chase Leary leading off of second here, in good position. The 0-1 pitch. And he hits his batter. Aiden Zur, in his 2 plate appearances, gets walked and then is hit by pitch. That is the second HBP of the game, 1 for each team. Sawyer Tolk for Sioux Falls East was also hit in the first inning. Counting it as a walk, that'll be the 4th walk of this game for Sawyer Mint. Bit of a struggle out the gate, but still only a 1-0 ball game. Brandon Valley certainly with the advantage here in the third inning, however, with only 1 out on the board and 2 runners on. And Ryland Carroll, who got the RBI single to put a run on the board, now batting. The right-handed batter takes his first pitch, and he's going to put it into the glove of the shortstop, throw over to first, and he will be out, but does advance the runners to second and third. So grounds out to the shortstop, but once again, the runners advance to second and third. And now there's 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs on the board as Jackson Adams step up. Adams flew out to left field back in the first inning, now making his second plate appearance. The right-handed batter ready to face Sawyer Mint. With 2 outs on the board, we've got a first pitch ball from Mint. 1-0 pitch. High fly ball again towards right field. The right fielder tracking it down. Not a lot of wind today and brought it into the glove. Colin Lunders makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the third for the Sioux Falls East Bats. 1-0 they trail to Brandon Valley in this Game 5, Game 1 of Day 2 of the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. All coverage right here on KYNTV. Back in 60 seconds.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
All right, back here for the bottom of the third, brought to you by First Bank & Trust, a proud supporter of the 2024 American Legion State Tournament. They wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. 1-0 is the score of the ball game as we go to the bottom of the third. Brandon Valley on top of Sioux Falls East. That is the 8 seed leading the 4 seed here in an elimination game. Game 1 of Day 2 of the tournament. This is a 5-day lengthy tournament. Double elimination. Both of these 2 teams did fall in their first game on Day 1. Sioux Falls East fell to Watertown 4-2, and Brandon Valley was shut out by Harrisburg Gold, the 1 seed, 2-0. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Renner and Brookings, who will play tonight at 7. First pitch ball out of the gate for Zur. We're at the very bottom of the batting order. Brayden Olson getting his first plate appearance of the game in the bottom of the third. 2-0 count now after Zur misses twice. Got the strike zone that time. A 2-1 count now. The senior pitcher. That one just outside. A 3-1 count now. Zur struggling. 3-1 pitch. Missed. That'll be the first walk of the game. That is, well, technically the second. He did hit a batter earlier, but that is the first straight walk. First ball 4. So Brayden Olson will take first base. As we go to the top of the batting order now. That's exactly what you wanted if you're Sioux Falls East starting this. Get a man on base. No outs, and now you're at the top of the batting order. This is the leadoff, who's going to bunt down the right field line, and it will not stay fair. Rippentrop, who flew out to center field in the bottom of the first, now back up. Our field conditions here in Brookings, by the way, kind of cloudy skies, kind of partly cloudy here as we're starting off this day. The clouds are going to take over as we get rolling here, though. 83 degrees at the moment. We've got high temperatures of near 90 and a little bit of wind coming in from the southeast at about 9 miles an hour, gusts at 15. Another bunt. This one's going to stay fair. Will advance the runner. Bare hand grab and out from a 1-3 grounder. So the sacrifice bunt works, and Sioux Falls East has a man in scoring position.
Number 11, shortstop,
Brayden Olson. Sawyer Tolk now up to bat. Tolk was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance today. Strike one thrown from Aiden Zur. Once again, yeah, clouds are going to take over today. There is a chance of rain this evening. Hopefully it'll stay away so we can keep playing some baseball. Looks like we got about a 50% chance of rain in that night game starting at 7. 1-1 count with one down here. Runner on second. Tolk hits one past the pitcher into the glove of the second baseman. Throw to first. They got him out, but runner advances over to third base now. Second baseman makes the snag. That hit the mound just barely, which took some of the velocity off the hit, or that would have probably gone out to center field. 2 outs on the board, runner leading off of third, and now Colin Lunders up to bat. Sioux Falls East still threatening to tie up the ball game. Brandon Valley can finish things right here, and strike one delivered. First pitch strike from Aiden Zur. Aiden Zur is now thrown north of 30 pitches. I believe that was 32. Next pitch misses. 1-1 count with 2 outs. And Brayden Olson got on base from a walk, now stands on third. He was advanced to second after a sacrifice bunt from Dylan Rippentrop and got to third after that last grounder to the second baseman. Breaking ball just misses. 2-1 count with 2 down. Colin Lunders, who grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat, has a chance for an RBI here. A hit here would tie up the ball game. Instead, we've got ball 3. 3-1 count with 2 outs. The 3-1. Got the strike zone, full count. Got him looking. Colin Lunders now with a full count, 2 outs, and a man on third. High pressure situation. Will we go to the 4th, or will we have a tie game? Here's the full count pitch. Swing and miss, strikeout. Brandon Valley will retain the lead as we go to the 4th inning of play. 1-0 they lead over Sioux Falls East. You are watching the South Dakota State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament from Brookings on KYNTV.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
to keep pets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Well, to the fourth we go. 1-0 is your score. We had a run out of the gate, and the next 5 half innings have all been scoreless. We've had a couple of guys threatening. We've reached third base on a couple of runners multiple times. Nobody's been brought home since that very first inning. And the way they got there was back-to-back walks from Sioux Falls East. Brandon Valley had 2 guys walk. Brayden Knutson and Aiden Zur got on first and second, and then Rylan Carroll hit a little single that got Knutson home from second base. First pitch of the fourth inning will be a ball here. Delivered from Sawyer Mint. Grounder over to the third baseman now. Throw over to first. And an out in the books. Brighton Stroh grounds out to the third baseman to start off this inning. Max Peters will now step up.
First baseman number 21, Max Peters.
Strike one, he went around. 0-1 count with 1 out. Peters wisely lets the next one go. 1-1 count here. Peters bats .220 on the season with a .370 OBP. Batting in the 7 spot in this Game 5. Elimination game for both of these teams. Somebody's going home here. The 2-1. Foul ball. It's going to go out of bounds. And the third baseman actually had a chance for a play on that. I thought that was well out, but it was just a few feet beyond the fence. Couldn't get there in time either way. We've got a 2-2 count with 1 out. And this is actually the first elimination game of this tournament, as it is the first game of day 2. Strike 3 delivered. That's 2 outs now. And the second strikeout of this game for Sawyer Mint.
Now batting for Brandon Valley, second baseman number 1, Grady Gindorf.
Grady Gindorf now up to bat. It's the second baseman. 2 outs on the board, and he's showing bunt. Nobody on base. Strike 1 delivered on the bunt attempt. Grady Gindorf, we didn't get to see him. Yesterday for Brandon Valley. These are his first plate appearances of the tournament. He's got 2 outs on the board and now a 1-2 count. Nobody on base. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Mint seems to have settled into this game. Now it's a 1-2. Outside throw. It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs now. 1 run on the board once again. Brandon Valley leads over Sioux Falls East. Post 131 versus post 15. Another foul ball. Keep Gindorf alive. Gindorf flew out in the 2nd inning. That was the only plate appearance of the tournament. 0 for 1 so far. Trying to fix that here with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. He is the 8th batter in the lineup. Nolan Pudwill, the 9 batter, on deck. Out towards left field, it won't stay fair. Foul ball. Two-two count with 2 outs. Mint fires. Missed. Make it a full count here with 2 outs and nobody on base. Mint does have a couple of walks in this ball game. He has 3 walks and a hit by pitch. And that'll be his 5th total walk of this ball game. 4th ball 4.
The base on balls brings up the
Nolan
center
Pudwill
fielder, number 3, Nolan Pudwill.
will now step up with the man on first. Still 2 outs on the board for Sioux Falls East, however. Game today brought to you by Brookings Auto Mall. Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. They'll take anything in on trade and will buy out your lease or loan without penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clear your clutter. Foul ball. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of their record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com. So foul ball for the first pitch for Nolan Pudwill. Grady Gindorf was trying to take second, but the foul ball brought him back. Throw over to first on Gindorf. He'll have to get back on the bag. Diving head first, reaching out. 0-1 count with 2 down as we return to the at-bat. Mint checks the man on first again. Now readies. Gets his pitch and throws. High ball. Got a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Catcher was threatening the throw to first. Gindorf stayed home. Gindorf now goes. Throw over to second base. Close play. They got him. Out number 3. Officials say they got him, and that is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Brandon Valley still leads this game by 1-0 over Sioux Falls East, but now Sioux Falls East is batting. Back here in 60 seconds, you're listening to the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Bottom of the 4th here on KYNTV. It's a 1-0 ball game. Game 1 of day 2. Elimination game for Brandon Valley and Sioux Falls East. Somebody's going home. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 4 p.m. versus the winner or the loser of Renner and Brookings. Renner and Brookings will play tonight at 7. The loser of that game plays the winner of this one tomorrow at 4. First couple of pitches out of the gate here in the 4th inning from Aiden Zur. Both outside. 2-0 count now. Starting things off for Sawyer Mint. Mint going to drill this one out towards center field now, and it will be into the glove of the shortstop. So the shortstop makes that catch, and 1 out on the board.
Second baseman number 3, Tate Schaefer.
Good catch from the shortstop for Brandon Valley, Brayden Knutson. Rose up high for that one. Here's Tate Schaefer. Schaefer grounded out to third base in his first trip to the batter's box. Takes strike 1 swinging here. 0-1 count with 1 out. Zur once again a pitcher whose fastball goes into the low to mid 90s. 1-1 count with 1 out. Another pitch outside. Two-1 count with 1 out. Little grounder over towards third base again. The shortstop brings it in. Throw to first. They got him. Bring up Bryson Mitchell now. First baseman.
First baseman number 17, Bryson.
He grounded out to third in his last trip up here as well. Bryson Mitchell bats .377 in the regular season, a .473 on base percentage. Batting in the 6th spot in the lineup. 2 outs on the board, nobody on base. Strike one thrown here from Aiden Zur. One count now with 2 down. Two outs on the board. Here's the 1-1. Straight into the glove of the pitcher off a one hop. He just easily throws over to first base. That's a D1 pitcher right there going to Notre Dame next year. My name's Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV and the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. 1-0 is the score after 4. Brandon Valley over Sioux Falls East. We'll be back in 60 for the 5th.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Fielder number 3, Nolan Pudwell.
We go to the 5th here on KYNTV. My name's Tehl Tanner, keeping you company for games 1 and 3 today. First pitch, strike, delivered by Sawyer Mint. So we get rolling here in the 5th. Both pitchers have gone the full way. We'll see if we can find some pitch counts for you. That right there was number 70, and it's going to be a single hit off the bat of Nolan Pudwell, the 9-hole batter for Brandon Valley, who just got on base to start off the 5th inning. Once again, 70 total pitches for Sawyer Mint. Nolan Pudwell stands on first. We go back to the top of the batting order now for Chase Leary, leadoff batter of this ball game. He was walked in his last trip up here. This time showed bunt and foul. Pitch count on the other side. By the way, Aiden Zur has thrown only 46 pitches through the first 4 innings. Showing bunt again. Now they've got him in between first and second. Throw over to second. Now here we go. Ring around the rosy. Trying to catch him. They'll get him. The first baseman's the one who makes the tag. Back and forth between first and second. You never want to get caught there, and Sioux Falls East able to get the out. So Nolan Pudwell did a great job getting on base, but then caught between bags. The 0-2. High pitch for ball 1 now. Working on Chase Leary. So that'll clear the bases now. With 1 out on the board, Leary, the leadoff hitter, takes the 1-2, swing and miss, strike 3. And just like that, there's 2 outs on the board.
Shortstop number 13, Brayden Knudsen.
Brayden Knudsen now comes up to bat in an extremely different situation from what Brandon Valley would have liked to have here. Get your leadoff batter on base. You don't expect all of a sudden have your third batter of the inning come up with 2 outs and nobody on. The 0-1. Outside, make it a 1-1 count here with 2 outs. Sioux Falls East still trails in this game, 1-0. That very first inning had an RBI single. Rylan Carroll brought home Braden Knutson, who is currently batting. After another foul ball here, he's got a 1-2. Are we getting a second unofficial flyover? Is that what is happening right now? Another fly ball out towards the left field. Left fielder for Sioux Falls East brings it in, and that will do it. Gloves it out and left. And Dylan Rippentrop ends the inning. 1-2-3 goes Brandon Valley. After a great start to the inning, they fall flat, and we go to the bottom of the 5th now in a 1-0 ball game. This is KYNTV, the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
In the bottom of the 5th, the first batter up is number 5, Ryan Hirsch, the center fielder for Sioux Falls East, post 15. Brandon Valley leads this ball game in the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. First pitch ball here from Aiden Zur. Zur just threw his 47th pitch of this ball game. Still in the 40s here in inning 5, and he's gone the distance. Foul ball. Was trying to hit his own players there. There was somebody running out to the bullpen and had to duck away from that ball. One. Swing and miss, strike 2. Ryan Hirsch did get a single in his first trip up. Got on base, was left on base. Check swing, strike 3 looking. One out on the board. I believe that is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Aiden Zur. One out. Swing and miss. Strike 1 here for Dietrich Hahn, who bats 8th in the order. This is the 3rd baseman. His only other plate appearance today, he was struck out in inning 2. Now it's his 2nd at-bat, coming in inning 5. Pitch outside here. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out, nobody on. We're getting real close to the final couple of crunch spots for East to try and put something up on the board. Brandon Valley's defense has just been working here. The pitcher has been on one. He's thrown under 50 pitches, and we're in the middle of the 5th. The infield has been catching everything thrown their way. Here's the 2-1. Outside, make it a 3-1 count now with 1 out. Dietrich Hahn takes the 3-1 pitch. He's going to swing at this one, goes over the head of the pitcher, into the glove of the second baseman, throw to first, 4-3 put out. Braden Olson will now step up to bat. This is the 9-hole batter. He was walked back in the 3rd inning. Had a sacrifice bunt, brought him to 2nd. He was brought to 3rd after a grounder to 2nd. Was left on base after that from a strikeout to end the inning. But he did get on base in his last trip up here. Now has 2 outs on the board and nobody on. 2 errant pitches. We'll make it a 2-0 count to start it for Olsen. Aiden Zur once again up here. That was pitch 56, I believe. Swing and miss for strike 1 now. Went low. There must be somebody dusting crops up there, because now I see another plane flying. That is 3, I believe. Swing and miss for strike 2. Zur is 1 pitch away from ending this inning. We are in the bottom of the 5th on KYNT. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, full count. This game brought to you by First Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of the 2024 American Legion State Tournament. They wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com. Strike 3 just got that inside corner, and we go to the 6th in a 1-0 ball game. I'm Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV, back in 60 for the 6th.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
2 innings left. We go to the 6th here on KYNTV in a 1-0 ball game. Bit of a pitcher's duel we've had since that very first inning. Once again, we'll remind you of that 1 run. It was right at the top of the 1st. The 2nd and 3rd batters out of the gate were both walked, got a man in scoring position off back-to-back walks on 2nd, then was brought home by the 4th batter up. Rylan Carroll hits an RBI single, brings home Brayden Knutson off 2nd base. That is the lone score of this ball game. Brandon Valley leads 1-0 over Sioux Falls East. This is once again an elimination game. The loser of this game will be the first team out here of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. Ball 1 thrown here from Sawyer Mint. Now a foul ball. Mint just went over 80 in the pitch count. That was 80 right there. Once again, your max here in tournament play is 105. After you hit 105, you can finish the current batter you're on, but then you're got to go take a seat. Just hit 80. So if he has an efficient couple innings, he could go the distance. Little shot out toward right field. Not much of a hit, but he got on base. And a leadoff hitter is on first for Brandon Valley.
Third baseman number 5, Rylan Carroll.
So Aiden Zur leads off with a little single. Rylan Carroll, who hit that RBI single in the first inning, now up to bat. First pitch strike from Mint. Next pitch high and inside. Throw over to first, trying to pick off Zur. Not going to get him. One count now in the at-bat for Rylan Carroll. Hit that RBI single in the first, grounded out to the shortstop in his second trip to the plate in the 3rd inning. Takes another high inside ball for 2-1 count now. Sawyer Mint now over 85 in the pitch count. has 4 walks to 3 strikeouts. 1 run given up. Little grounder to the shortstop. Double play chance for Sioux Falls East, and they get him. Rylan Carroll grounds into a double play, and 2 outs are on the board for Sioux Falls East.
Catcher number 23, Jackson Adams.
Jackson Adams now comes up to bat. First pitch goes into the backstop, and where we've got a mic sitting, we've got a mic'd up backstop here today, so you got that nice little bang as it hits. Didn't have that yesterday, so that'll be different today. Foul ball on the next pitch, a 1-1 count here for Adams. This is the catcher. Has flown out into the outfield in both of his first 2 plate appearances. First one to left, second one to right. Try to get a hold of it here, but he's got a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Sawyer Mint pushing 90 in the pitch count. That was 90 right there, and that's a strikeout. Pitch 90 leads us to the bottom of the 6th, and here come the Sioux Falls East bats. Once again, still down 1-0. Brandon Valley has the lead. Bottom of the 6th we go on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Bottom of the 6th, one of only 2 chances left for Sioux Falls East to put a run on the board. Brandon Valley, at the moment, looks like they're threatening with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of this 6th inning. This is a 7-inning ball game here. Game 1 of day 2, elimination game. Somebody's going home, and they'll be the first team out of this tournament. Game 2 coming up today will also be an elimination game between Yankton and Rapid City Post 22. Yankton Post 12 and Rapid City Post 22. Loser of that one will be the second team out. Winner of that one will go on to face the loser of Watertown and Harrisburg Gold, which will be the 4 p.m. game. Bryce Ladwig and Brayden Butler will take over the call for the Yankton Rapid City game. Coming up next, start time at 1 p.m. for that one. But first, we got to finish these last 2 innings. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Check swing strike to start things off here for Dylan Rippentrop. We are at the top of the batting order for Sioux Falls East in this 6th inning. Little grounder to the first baseman, throw over to the pitcher who got there in time. Aiden Zur tags the bag and 1 out in the books. Aiden Zur, by the way, is now at pitch number 62. Through 5.1 innings, he's thrown 62 total pitches. That is efficiency.
Shortstop number 11, Sawyer Tolk.
Sawyer Tolk, the shortstop, now up to bat. Was hit by a pitch in his first trip up here in the first inning. Grounded out to second in his second trip. He was left on base after the HBP. 1-0 count after the ball. Next pitch from Zur. just missed the strike zone there. 2-0 count with 1 out. The 2-0 pitch. Oh, well. 2-1 count now. Sawyer Tolk batting. Tolk bats .347 on the season. Another ball thrown. Some groans from the crowd on that call. 3-1 count with 1 out. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, walked his batter. So Sawyer Tolk will take first base. And he does represent the tying run here as we're getting late into this ball game. These are 7-inning games here for the American Legion State Tournament. We're in the bottom of the 6th.
Right fielder number 8, Colin Lunder.
Sioux Falls East is the home team here on the scoreboard, so they will get to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Unless they're able to put a couple runs up here and get 3 outs in the top. Right now they've got 1 out, 1 on, and an 0-1 count for the current batter in Colin Lunders. Runner's gonna go here, throw over to second, high throw. Had to leave the bag to jump up in the air to get it, and the runner is safe. Runner is safe, seems to have hit the bag hard. But a stolen base in the books for Sawyer Tolk. On Lunders, still with a 1-1 count here. That was a ball throw on that last pitch. 1 out on the board. .1-0 ball game. Brandon Valley leads. Sioux Falls East now threatening. They have a man in scoring position with 1 out on the board. Lunders, that's third in the lineup. Takes a 2-1 count after another ball throw. 2-1 with 1 down. We're going to have a mound visit here. The catcher going to go up to talk with his pitcher. This is Jackson Adams going up to speak with Aiden Zer. Now the shortstop and second baseman are going to come in to join the conversation. Remind you of the situation here. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, runner on second for Sioux Falls East. That is Sawyer Tolk, who got to first base off a walk and then just stole second moments ago. Colin Lunders, who is third in the batting order, at the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Got the strike zone, strike 2 here. 2-2 count with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. 2 outs on the board for Brandon Valley and Aiden Zer. That'll bring up Sawyer Mint, the pitcher for Sioux Falls East. We got pitcher on pitcher battle with 2 outs on the board and a runner in scoring position. Sioux Falls East can tie up the ball game with a hit. First pitch outside, ball 1 to start things off. .1-0 count now. Runner's gonna go, trying to steal third. That was a close play, safe on the bag at third. Sawyer Tolk wills himself into scoring position, stealing both second and third. A base hit will tie up the ball game now. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 1. Sawyer Mint at the plate, trying to tie things up for Sioux Falls East. Brandon Valley trying to get out of this inning. There's 2 outs on the board. Strike two thrown. It's a 2-2 count with 2 down. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 1-0 ball game. You are watching KYNTV. The 2-2. Foul ball goes into the stands. 2-2 count with 2 outs and a runner leading off of third, who's stolen 2 bags to get there. Sawyer Tolk, the shortstop for Sioux Falls East, stands on third base. The 2-2 pitch from Zur. Outside, we got a full count, it gets by the catcher. That's gonna be a tie game. Wild pitch ties up this ball game in Brookings. Sawyer Tolk did it all himself. Stole second, stole third, takes home. Tie game in the bottom of the 6th, and the at-bat continues with a full count. Grounder to third, might be too late, the damage already done, but they do get the out. Sawyer Tolk ties up this ball game, and we go to the 7th. My name is Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV's coverage of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Well, after an exciting end to the 6th, we've got a tie game going into the 7th, an elimination game in this Class A state tournament. Somebody's going home after one more inning. Here's the first pitch. Sawyer Mint still on the mound, trying to finish things off for Sioux Falls East. Both pitchers have gone the distance. Sawyer Mint just through pitch number 91. Once again, your max is 105. If you hit 105, you can finish the current batter, but then you gotta rest. Foul ball on the 0-1 count, make it an 0-2. So this is Brighton Stroh, who is out here taking the first at-bat of the 7th. He is batting 6th in the order, and he's down in the count 0-2. Sawyer Mint on the mound. Ball throw on the next one. We'll remind you of Sawyer Mint's stats so far. He's allowed 3 hits and 1 run. That was right at the top of the first inning. Has been pretty much perfect since then. 4 walks to 4 strikeouts. All of those walks were early in this game as well. Sawyer Mint has really turned it up in the last 3 innings. Another ball throw. We got a full count pitch incoming. And he walked his batter, had an 0-2 count, and then misses on the next 4 pitches. So the leadoff hitter for Brandon Valley takes first base off a walk. Max Peters will now come up to bat. The lefty steps into the box. Peters was struck out in his last at-bat. He bats in the 7 spot. This is the first baseman. Gets a new signal from the coach on the third base line. Ball throw, pulled back the bunt. 2-0 count. Runner on first. Finds the strike zone that time. After 6 straight misses, got the strike zone. The 2-1 pitch. Bunt down the left field line. Third baseman brings it in, throws over to first. The sacrifice bunt works. 1 out on the board and a runner in scoring position. Grady Gindorf now up to bat. He was walked in his last trip up here.
Second baseman number 1.
Flew out to the
Brayden
second baseman
Butler-Camera.
back in the second inning. This will be his 3rd plate appearance of the tournament. We did not see him yesterday. Runner on second in scoring position. We're in the top of the 7th inning. One 1-0 count. 1 down. Runner on second. Gindorf takes the 1-0. Foul ball. Remind you of our coaches today. Head coach Jeremy Van Heel for Brandon Valley versus Dan Hughes of Sioux Falls East. 2 head coaches. Teams battling today. Nolan Pudwill, the 9-hole batter, on deck. The 1-1 pitch from Mint. Strike 2. Sawyer Mint is north of 100 pitches. That was 103. He's got only 1 more pitch to give, and then he'll hit 105 on the next one. Strike 3. 2 outs on the board. Sawyer Mint can face 1 more batter. This will be pitch 105 incoming.
Number 3, center fielder, Nolan Pudwill.
Nolan Pudwill will step up to bat and take pitch 105 from Sawyer Mint, who's had a very good day. Strike 1 thrown. This will be the last batter Sawyer Mint can face today. If we have somebody get on base, we'll have to have a new pitcher come out. The 0-1. Outside, make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Runner off second base. Tie ball game at 1 apiece. High fly ball to center field. Getting under it is Hirsch. And the catch is made. Sawyer Mint goes a full 7. And we go to the bottom of the 7th with Sioux Falls East having a chance to walk it off in a 1-1 game. My name's Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV. We'll take 60 seconds and come back for the bottom of the 7th.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
First pitch at the bottom of the 7th, a grounder to short, throw over to first. A 6-3 putout to start off the inning. That was Tate Schaefer who grounds out. So Tate Schaefer will ground out.
First baseman number 17, Bryson Mitchell.
And we bring up Bryson Mitchell now. Strike one on the first pitch for him. Aiden Zur came into this inning throwing only 80 pitches in the ball game. He has thrown the whole game. Not in danger of going over in this inning, but he's trying to force extras. Brandon Valley trying to get 3 outs before Sioux Falls East get a run. A run would end the game. High pitch on the next throw. 2-1 count with 1 out. Is the first baseman, Bryson Mitchell. Mitchell takes ball 3. 1 out on the board. 3 balls, 1 strike. And this will be a base hit. The first baseman takes first. And a runner is on for Sioux Falls East. Bryson Mitchell will represent the winning run, and he's going to come out.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first.
We've got a pinch runner.
East is number 9, Ethan Olson.
Ethan Olson comes in.
Pinch running for East.
Ethan Olson comes in to pinch run here in the bottom of the 7th. Sioux Falls East has put one of their fastest guys out on the field. Guy who can round the bases as Ryan Hirsch now steps up to bat. 1 out on the board. Zur gonna throw over to first just to let Ethan Olson know he's there. And here we go. Throw back to first again. Runner takes the bag. Gotta wonder if Ethan Olson is gonna get the green light to try and take second and get into scoring position here. Foul ball off the bat. A run here would end it in the bottom of the 7th. Sioux Falls East versus Brandon Valley. This game has been exciting. Throw over to first again. Runner gets back on the bag. The 3rd time he's thrown over there. Aiden Zur throws for Ryan Hirsch, and a runner goes. We've got a little grounder to third. Throw over to first base. They've got the batter, but a man in scoring position with 2 outs on the board. So the grounder to left leads to out number 2, but a man in scoring position. And here's Dietrich Hahn trying to hit home Ethan Olson. A base hit could end the ball game. 2 outs on the board. Brandon Valley trying to take us to extras. You are watching the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. Foul ball. Dietrich Hahn, foul ball on his first pitch he takes. Brayden Olson is on deck. This is the 8th batter in the lineup here for Sioux Falls East. 2 outs on the board and a runner in scoring position. Here we go. The 0-1. High pitch for ball 1. Loser goes home. Winner will move on to day 3. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2. Aiden Zur is 1 strike throw away from sending us to extra innings. Zur just hit 90 in the pitch count. He could throw the 8th if we get there. The 1-2 pitch. Little grounder over to the first baseman who mishandles it. He mishandles it. They send the runner. We've got a play at the plate. Did he get him? Yes, he did. We are going to the 8th inning on KYNTV. A great recovery over at first. The throw to home is in time. They sent the runner, and he's out at home. We go to extra innings. You are listening to KYNTV in the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. I'm Tehl Tanner. We'll be back here for the 8th and 60.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
What an exciting 7th inning. We go to the 8th now on KYNTV, and a new pitcher out there for Sioux Falls East. We'll get you their stats in just a moment.
Your attention, please, for the defensive changes for Sioux Falls East. Moving from the mound to first base, number 2, Sawyer Mint.
Sawyer Mint will go to first base, looks like.
Entering the game in the number 6 spot in the batting order is number 12, Chase DuBois.
Chase DuBois comes
DuBois
in.
is playing second base.
Going to play second,
Moving from second base to shortstop is number 3, Tate Schaefer.
Tate Schaefer goes to
Schaefer now
short
at
from
shortstop.
second.
And moving from shortstop into pitch is number 11, Sawyer Tolk.
Sawyer Tolk comes into pitch from shortstop.
First, DuBois in second.
So we knew we were going to have a new pitcher here for the 8th as Sawyer Mint hit his pitch count. He got over 105 in the 7th, and it will be Sawyer Tolk, who is the guy who got that run in the bottom of the 6th with 2 stolen bases and a wild pitch. He will be pitching this final 8th inning. All right, so we are ready to go here for the 8th inning of play. And looks like Chase Leary will be the leadoff hitter for the 8th.
Leading off the top half of the 8th for Brayden Valley is the right fielder, number 2, Chase Leary.
Leary, the leadoff hitter, number 1 in the order, takes strike 1 in the first pitch from Tolk. Leary has 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 flyout in his 3 plate appearances today. We're in extra innings now on KYNTV. Both teams know this is an elimination game. The season rests on this 8th inning. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, make it a 2-1 count. Brandon Valley trying to put up a run here before we go to the bottom of the inning. Swung at that one for strike 2. It's good position for both teams. We're going to be at the top of the order for the 8th inning for both teams. This is the leadoff batter for Brandon Valley. Swing and miss for strike 3. Tolk gets his first.
Number 13, shortstop, Brayden Knutson.
Brayden Knutson now comes into bat. Knutson scored the lone run for Brandon Valley back in the first inning. Got on base off being walked. Since then, he does have a strikeout and a flyout to left on the resume. Foul ball on his first pitch here. Sawyer Tolk is on the mound, came in from short. Once again, Tate Schaefer came from second to short to fill that role. Strike 2 is delivered, and Sawyer Mint is now on first base. Second base covered by DuBois. And who will bat sixth in the lineup? Another ball throw. It's a 1-2 count with 1 out on the board. Tolt struck out the first batter of the inning. Now with a 1-2 count, fires. Throws a ball just inside. Sioux Falls East crowd thought that might have been out number 2. Just missed. 1 out on the board. The 2-2 pitch. Got him that time. Strike 3. Out number 2. Tolk strikes out his first 2 batters. Now comes Aiden Zur. Game brought to you today by Brookings Auto Mall. Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. They will take anything in on trade and will buy out your lease or loan without penalties. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of the record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com. 2 outs on the board. Here's Aiden Zur at the plate. First pitch outside from Tolk, who has struck out both batters he's faced in this 8th inning. Wind is blowing in today, about 10 miles an hour. Gusts between 15 and 20. We have not seen a home run the entirety of this tournament because of that in-blowing wind. The 2-0 pitch. Strike 1 thrown from Tolk. The 2-1 pitch. Outside. In a spot of trouble now is Tolk with a 3-1 count and 2 outs. Don't want to let Zur get on base. For Brandon Valley, well, they'd love to see it. Aiden Zur bats third in the lineup. Here's the 3-1. Got strike 2, just caught that outside edge. And a full count pitch incoming with 2 outs on the board in the 8th inning. Tie game at 1 apiece. Tolk pitching at Zur. Here's the pitch. Walked him. Zur is going to take first base. Strikeout, strikeout, walk for Sawyer Tolk.
Third baseman number 5.
Rylan Carroll now comes up to bat. Carroll, last time he was here, grounded into a double play, got himself and Zur out back in the 6th inning. Before that, he is the guy who hit the RBI single in the 1st inning to give Brandon Valley 1 run, and this score is 1 apiece. First pitch well outside. Catcher handles it. Zur leads off of first base with 2 outs on the board. 1-0 is the count here for Rylan Carroll. Carroll throws this one into center field. The center fielder will make the catch, out number 3. 1 left on for Brandon Valley. Sioux Falls East going to have another chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th in a 1-1 tied up ball game. This is KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Aiden Zur marches out to the mound for what is likely his final trip to the mound, as he has 92 pitches thrown in this ball game. The max you can throw in these tournament games is 105. If you hit 105, you can finish your current batter, but then you have to get out and they got to have a new pitcher in. So he's at 92 to start off this inning. We're in the bottom of the 8th. If we go to a 9th inning of play, if Sioux Falls East is unable to finish it here, we'll likely see a new pitcher for Brandon Valley in that 9th inning. But Zur can certainly finish this 8th. 92 pitches total. He has 13 to give and 3 outs to get. Sioux Falls East, on the other hand, needs 1 run to go. Here's the first pitch of the inning. We've got a bunt. This is the 9-hole batter. Going to try and get on first base. Not going to do it. Brayden Olson tried to bunt. Will ground out to the pitcher. So now with 1 out on the board, we go to the top of the batting order for Sioux Falls East. They couldn't quite get that first batter up on base. Dylan Rippentrop now steps up with 1 out on the board. Rippentrop takes his first pitch. Strike 1 thrown from Aiden Zur. Aiden Zur, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks, 1 run allowed off 2 hits. In the 7.1 innings, he has pitched. High fly ball. It's in foul territory. The first baseman cannot get there. It's over the fence. That'll make an 0-2 count here for Dylan Rippentrop, however, who is yet to get on base today. A couple of ground outs and a fly out. One of them was a sacrifice bunt. He is the leadoff hitter. Here's the 0-2. Drills this one out towards right field. That'll stay in play. Can the right fielder get to it? Makes the diving catch. Right on the line. Diving catch made in right field. Chase Leary with out number 2. Two outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th. Sawyer Tolk, the man who got that run in the bottom of the 6th, now up to bat. Sawyer Tolk did it all himself in the 6th. He was walked, had a good eye, then stole second, stole third, and got home off a wild pitch. If he gets on base, he's dangerous, but 2 outs are on the board. Sawyer Tolk takes the 1-0 pitch. Outside for a 2-0 count now from Zur. Zur once again walked Tolk the last time these two met in the bottom of the 6th inning. One of only 2 walks all game for Zur. This time he'll find the strike zone looking. 2-1 count. 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning here on KYNTV. Your home for all of these games in the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. The 2-2. Another foul ball out of play. Tolk stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Foul ball. 3 fouls in a row to stay alive for Sawyer Tolk. Two outs on the board in the bottom of the 8th. Ball throw there on the inside, 3-2 with 2 outs. Brandon Valley trying to take us to the 9th. Sioux Falls trying to end it here. The full count pitch. Check swing. Did not go around. Walk. Colin Lunders will now come up to bat. You got to think everybody in the stadium knows Sawyer Tolk, the last time he was here, stole both second and third. And Zur tries to pick him off at first, not going to get him in time. But he doesn't want him to try and steal here. He gets in scoring position. Sioux Falls East can just end the game. Standing off first at the moment, Colin Lunders. Swing and miss on the first pitch. 0-1 count, and out would send us to the 9th. Tied up at 1. A run would finish it. The 0-1. Low pitch. Tolk stays home, doesn't try taking second. New signals come in from the dugout. 1-1 count with 2 down. Throw over to first. Tolk gets back in the bag in time. Aiden Zur has gone over 105 in pitches now. This is 106. This will be his final batter. The 1-1. Outside, a 2-1 count. Once again, your pitch count max is 105. Two-1 count with 2 outs. Runner on first. The pitch. High ball, it goes towards center field. 3 players around it, and they end up making the catch even though they ran into each other. The second baseman, the one who brings it in, Grady Gindorf, and we are going to the 9th inning. This is KYNT. My name is Tehl Tanner. Back here in 60 seconds.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Well, to the 9th inning of play here on KYNTV. This is a 1-1 ball game. These 2 starting pitchers just dueled today. Both have hit their pitch count max, and both are resting now. It is Sawyer Tolk now on the mound for Sioux Falls East. Brandon Valley, we'll see who comes out in the bottom of the 9th. First up, Brandon Valley. Going to have batters step up, try and give themselves a chance to win it. Sawyer Tolk warms up. It's like our first batter we're going to have is Jackson Adams, who has not got on base yet today. Flew out to left, flew out to right, and was struck out most recently back in the 6th. Now making another appearance in the 9th. This will be his 4th appearance of the game. As I think we are now having our 5th unofficial flyover of this game. Somebody's dusting crops and they just like taking a look at the game. That's what's happening here. They want to check in on the game. Ball 1 thrown on the outside from Tolk. Remind you of Tolk's 8th inning, he struck out 2 batters, walked his 3rd, and then had a fly out to 8th for the 3rd out. Fly out to center, F8. Swing and miss for strike 1 now from Adams. One count. Tolk brings the heat on that one, just missed on the outside. 2-1 count. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Second game of the tournament to go to extras. The first one went to 10 innings. Renner walked it off over Yankton. Swing and miss for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Got by the catcher, and it might have hit our mic on that backstop. It was close to it. That's what blasted your eardrums there. Full count. First batter of the inning. Foul ball. Off the bat and into his ankle. Adams gonna walk that one off. The full count pitch. Outside, walked another batter. First batter up is walked, and Brandon Valley has a man on with no outs. Exactly what you want from your leadoff.
Left fielder, Brayden Stroh.
Brayden Stroh now comes up to bat. We are toward the bottom of the order, right in the middle of it. It's 6th batter up for Stroh. Stroh was walked last time he was here to start the 7th inning. Was left on base. This time he's got a little hit, throw over to second, trying to turn 2, and they can't do it. Ball gets by the second baseman, and we're gonna have a man on 3rd for Brandon Valley. The throw was high from mound to second, and it leads to runners on the corners. A single hit from Brayden Stroh. Yeah, this unofficial flyover crop duster guy, he just wants to see the game. He knows we're in the 9th inning, and he's just taking a look at who wins. He's been circling us all day. And we've got a mound visit. Take a moment and thank our sponsor here this 9th inning, First Bank and Trust. They're proud to support the 2024 American Legion State Tournament and wish the best of luck to all the competing athletes. Find out how First Bank and Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings. Stick around, we've got a whole lot of baseball coming your way. 4 games today. This is just game 1. Game 2 today is going to be coming up at 1 p.m. is the scheduled start time. Yankton Post 12 versus Rapid City Post 22. That will also be an elimination game. And then the final 2 games of the day will have the winners of yesterday's games. Watertown versus Harrisburg Gold at 4, and then Renner versus Brookings at 7. That is the schedule of events as they are right now. First up, we got to finish this one. And Brandon Valley has a runner on 3rd with no outs. Tolk throws, and we've got a high fly ball. Will go foul behind home plate. Might hit the top of our little sheltered area. No, it looks like it went over. This is Max Peters batting in the 7 spot. Peters had a sacrifice bunt to move a man into scoring position in the 7th, who was eventually left on base. Has not got on base yet himself today, but can potentially hit the winning run. Drills one out towards right field, and the right fielder brings it in. They're going to send the runner, throw to home. Throw was just off target, and a run scores. That may be the winning run for Brandon Valley. Sac fly out to right field. and an RBI for Max Peters. Jackson Adams comes home. Grady Gindorf now going to come in and try and add some cushion room here for Brandon Valley. You want as many runs as you can get here in extra innings. 1 run is not safe. Throw over to first base, not in time. Sioux Falls East has now got to shake that one off, get their 3 outs. They still don't have one on the board, and then get their bats moving. Brandon Valley is going to be 3 outs away from victory in the bottom of the 9th inning. Check swing strike here on the first pitch for Grady Gindorf. 2-1 is the score of this ball game. Excuse me, 1-1 count. Tolk will throw outside. It gets by the catcher, and a runner's going to take scoring position at second. Ball 2 thrown. Should be a 2-1 count. Runner in scoring position. That is Brayden Stroh. Strike 2. Now brought in. It's going to be 1-2 count now. Tolk checks the man on second, now throws, and we've got a hit out to left field. Runner goes to third, they're gonna send him. He slips, but he's still got time. The runner goes all the way to bag number 3. A triple is hit, and a run is scored. Brandon Valley leads 3-1. A triple in the bottom of the 9th, and an RBI.
Center fielder number 3, Nolan Conwell.
Stroh is hit home. Gindorf with one of the biggest hits of this game, and now he leads off third. In scoring position himself, Brandon Valley in full control here in the 9th inning. This is the 9th batter in the lineup. It's been the bottom of the order that's done it for Brandon Valley here in the 9th. High pitch inside. Batter had to duck away from it. Now we've got a mound visit with a 2-0 count. Head coach for Sioux Falls East comes out to talk with his pitcher, and we're going to have a pitching change here. Sawyer Tolk's day is done in a 3-1 lead. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break here while a new pitcher warms up. We'll come back and finish off the top of the 9th. This is KYNTV, the American Legion State Tournament.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
like the new pitcher on the mound is Tate Schaefer. Schaefer and Tolk are just going to switch positions here from shortstop and pitcher. Schaefer was playing short just a moment ago. Now he moves into pitch, and Tolk will go back out to shortstop. The wheels kind of fell off there for Sioux Falls East in the top of the ninth. 2 runs allowed after only 1 run all game long. That was in the very top of the first inning. They had the next 8 innings perfectly clean, and then the ninth, 2 runs score in the bottom of the order for Brandon Valley. Brandon Valley, they get 2 runs coming in. Max Peters and Grady Gindorf get the RBIs. It is Jackson Adams and Braden Stroh that were hit homes. And now Grady Gindorf, after hitting that triple that brought in the RBI, he stands on third himself in scoring position after a ball throw from Schaefer. 3-0 is the count. Nolan Pudwill. Pudwill is the 9th batter in the lineup. We actually go back to the top of the order after this batter for Brandon Valley. The 3-1. Walked him. So runners on the corners now for Sioux Falls East, and they're actually going to throw over to second. Now they've got him in between, but now they've got a runner on third as well trying to go home, so they've got to just let him go back to first. But we go to the top of the batting order now with runners on the corners.
Leadoff batter for Brandon Valley, number 2, right fielder Chase Leary.
Chase Leary now up to bat. Leary was struck out to start the 8th inning. Now coming in here in the 9th. Brandon Valley got their bats moving finally for the first time in this game. You remember the very first run that was scored for Brandon Valley came after back-to-back walks in the top of the first that got a man into scoring position, and then a little single got him home from second. This is the best bats that have been working for Brandon Valley all game, and what a good time for them to come in the 9th inning to take a 3-1 advantage. Strike 1 thrown now from Schaefer. 1-1 count with 1 out. Brandon Valley was the lone low seed that was able to get into this tournament. They are the 8th seed. Now after reseeding, 1-1 count with 1 out. Three to 1 is the score. Runners on the corners. You can feel it starting to heat up here. I mean temperature-wise in Brookings. We've got mid-80s for the temperature. And a headwind coming in, now strong coming in. Out from right field toward home plate. Little grounder goes by the pitcher into the glove of the second baseman. No, can't handle it. That was the shortstop, Tolk, who had to come over and grab it. Couldn't get it in, and an RBI single in the books for Chase Leary. And another runner is brought home. Grady Gindorf is hit home. 3 runs score in the 9th for Brandon Valley. They will be 3 outs away from victory in the bottom of this inning as soon as Sioux Falls East can get 2 more outs on the board. There are runners on first and second, and we now go to Brayden Knutson, who is the 2nd batter in the lineup, who scored the very first run of this ball game. Now into bat. This is the shortstop for Brandon Valley. 4-1 is your score. Brandon Valley has put up 3 runs in the top of the 9th. And a foul ball to start things off here for Brayden Knutson. A 1 pitch. Outside. 1-1 count with 1 down here. Only 1 out on the board for Sioux Falls East. They just switched pitchers. Schaefer trying to get comfortable here with runners on first and second, and he's facing the top of the batting order. This is the 2nd batter in the order. He's going to try and bunt here to advance runners. but it goes foul. One-two count with one out. Four to one is your score. Runners on first and second for Brandon Valley. There's the pitch. Missed outside, a 2-2 count. Brandon Valley threatening to move on here in this tournament. They've got a 3-run cushion going into the bottom of the ninth. Sioux Falls East is going to have to get the bats moving. They will need at least 3 runs in order to tie up this ball game, and Brandon Valley can still put on more here in the ninth. The full count pitch. A grounder on a 3-hop over to second, throw over to first, a double play will end the inning for Sioux Falls East, but damage has been done. 3-run score for Brandon Valley. One more inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth. 3 outs away is Brandon Valley on KYNTV.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
New pitcher on the mound here for Brandon Valley. It's going to be Ryan Hirsch, who comes in from center field. Number 5 out there, Hirsch. Hirsch going to throw this 9th inning. He needs 3 outs, and that is all. Hirsch, see if we can find his stats for you before they get started. But he will throw this 9th inning. Aiden Zur took the first 8 innings and allowed only 1 run through 8 innings. Hirsch can finish it off. Excuse me, hold on. This is Rylan Carroll, excuse me. Rylan Carroll out there. Throws his first pitch. He's looking at the wrong side of my scorecard here. He is facing Sawyer Mint. Carroll throws 2 strikes out of the gate. The 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Sawyer Mint started off pitching this game, has moved to first with the pitching change. Now in taking pitches, and he's going to drill one out towards right field. The wind brings it back in. Red in the wind, and there is out number 1. 2 more to go for Brandon Valley. Leary made the catch. Sawyer Mint flies out to right. Bring up Tate Schaefer.
Pitcher number 3, Tate Schaefer.
Schaefer takes strike 1 on the first pitch. Next pitch outside, ball one, a 1-1 count here for Carroll. Chase Du Bois is on deck with one out on the board. Another ball outside here for Carroll. It's a 2-1 count. Foul ball on the next pitch, make it a 2-2. Chase Du Bois on deck. Full count now incoming after another ball. Full count pitch for Tate Schaefer. Got under that one, it's going out towards left. Left fielder settles underneath it and brings it in for out number 2. Brandon Valley is 1 out away from moving on. Sioux Falls East trails 4-1. They need 3 runs to score before one final out. This is a 4-1 ball game. First pitch ball here for Du Bois. The 1-0 pitch. Strike one thrown, just caught the bottom of the strike zone. A 1-1 count with 2 outs. Game time has gone 2 hours and 12 minutes. Here's the 1-0. Foul ball. Should have a 1-2 now with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Out towards left field. If it's caught, that's ball game. Brandon Valley wins it! A diving catch in foul territory finishes off this ball game. Brandon Valley moves on in the state tournament. Sioux Falls East season will come to a close here in 2024. And Brandon Valley will move on to play Game 10 tomorrow. They will play at 4 p.m. They will play the loser of Game 8, that is the nightcap game tonight at 7 p.m. between Renner and Brookings. They will face the loser of Renner and Brookings tonight at 7. They will play tomorrow at 4. Brandon Valley finishes it 4-1. The 8 seed gets a win in the tournament. My name is Tehl Tanner. This is KYNTV. You are listening to our coverage of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament. We're going to take one final break. We're going to come back and wrap things up here. Back in 60.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Final score is 4-1. Brandon Valley defeats Sioux Falls East in tournament action. Brandon Valley will move on to Thursday. Their game will be 4 p.m. tomorrow. Brandon Valley will play at 4 p.m. tomorrow. They'll play the loser of Renner and Brookings, who play tonight at 7. That'll be the matchup. So if you're a fan of Brandon Valley, make sure you tune in tonight at 7 p.m. Get a look at who Brandon Valley is going to be facing tomorrow at 4. Sioux Falls East, however, their season has come to a close. They were the 4 seed in this tournament. They fall in 2 games, both to lower seeds. They fall to number 5 Watertown, 4-2 yesterday, and number 8 Brandon Valley, 4-1 today. Let's go over our final stats here. We do have to make it a little bit quick here as we go over our stats because that game did run long, and our next game starts at 1. We are actually live here in like 35 minutes, trying to go live at 12:50, so we're going to move pretty quick here. We're going to start it off with our bracket review here of everything that's gone on, all 5 games. First off, Watertown defeated Sioux Falls East in the 10 a.m. game yesterday, 4-2. Then we had a 1 p.m. game that went to 10 innings, 7-6, Renner over Yankton in 10. Then we had Harrisburg Gold, the number 1 seed, defeat the 8 seed Brandon Valley 2-0 in a shutout. Final game was Brookings 5-2 over Rapid City post 22, and that set up our games today. Our first game today has just come to a close. 4-1 was the final score. Brandon Valley over Sioux Falls East. Next up, we've got Yankton versus Rapid City post 22. The usual voice, we are a Yankton station, and the usual voice of the Yankton Bucks, Bryce Ladwig and Brayden Butler, will be on the call for game 2 today, as they call that Yankton, who will be facing Rapid City post 22. Then our 4 p.m. game, Watertown post 17 versus Harrisburg Gold post 45. We start getting into winners at that point of yesterday's games. That'll be at 4. I myself, Tehl Tanner, will be back on the call for that one. And then our nightcap game will be Brookings Renner at 7 p.m. Barry Hine will be back on the call for that one at 7. That is a look at our upcoming bracket review from the Hilton Inn and Suites, or the Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton, located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium and the SDSU campus, and a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at the Dakota Bank Center. You can start your day with free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. All at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Hilton by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. All right, let's go through our final stats here pretty quick because once again we got to wrap up here. But our box score, we had a score in the first inning for Brandon Valley, a score in the 6th for Sioux Falls East, and then we went all the way to the 9th before we had an extra score. It was 1-1 in the 9th inning. Brandon Valley puts up 3 runs in the 9th. The 4 runs today for Brandon Valley, they came in from Knutson, Adams, Stroh, and Gindorf. Gindorf hit that triple in the 9th for an RBI. The hits came in from Gindorf, Carroll, Zur, and Leary, and Pudwell. Those were the 5 hits. For post 15, it was 1 run from Tolk. He was hit home by, I believe he was hit home in this ball game, if I'm not mistaken, by no, he just did it himself. He was hit home by nobody because he stole 2 bases. He was walked to get on first, stole second, stole third, and then came home off the wild pitch, did it all himself in that one. And then that was the lone score for Sioux Falls East. We'll give you quick pitching stats here before we wrap up. Sawyer Mintz started the game and pitched 7 innings for Sioux Falls East. He had 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, 1 run allowed, and 3 hits. Sawyer Tolk then came in, pitched the 8th and part of the 9th, had 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 runs allowed, and 1 hit. Tate Schaefer got the final 2 outs, had 1 hit, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. For Brandon Valley, it was Aiden Zur, who once again is going to be